Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian.
I'm Jimbo Chuggins.
And we're here for another episode of Voltron.
I can make up
That's not gibberish though. So last episode we dealt with the what's it called? The hidden Galrans.
The blade
Galras.
guys.
Yeah, the blade of Marmora. Marmora, yeah. Marmora.
Marbles.
Marmora.
The marble blade.
So yeah, the blade of Marmora. We met them. Well, we met one of them, and then he sacrificed himself to save the paladins. Yeah, he imploded. Well, he imploded the robot, which I guess he himself imploded as well. So
he just teleported out.
I mean, that'd be kind
of cool. He was a double spy.
I mean, he did teleport. What? Yeah, we had that, and then we the Shalura. She was not having anything to do with him and any Galar, which is understandable, seeing as what the history.
Yes, but she's being a douche.
She was kind of, but like at the end, we talked about this before. How after he had sacrificed himself, she was still kind of very petty about it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
oh, okay, yeah, man.
Yeah, I was like, can you I mean, for the time being, lay off a little. He did kill himself for you guys, so. Oh, also in the last scene we had was with Keith, and it showed that he had his own blade. So it did look slightly different, but the design itself was similar. So yeah, there's questions from that. I think that is the main points that happened last episode. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the next one. So Zarkon found them.
That could be anyone.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. That's too early to assume.
It's the dude who did the little jump drive thing inside the robot, took it back to Zarkon, and then he took over Zarkon by himself.
The guy that died?
Yeah.
Oh.
His ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, so that went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
That whole episode, Jesus.
Man.
But what they called? The Alkaris?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did ask before why they couldn't have just won.
Yeah, I was like, so far, you just, the dude the dude just, turning the tree into a gun. I was like, there's no way y'all lost. These guys haven't done anything.
Yeah, that's like the small
yeah,
right there.
And they, dropped, the little, acorn or whatever and turned into a giant robot.
It was a big, huge thing they dropped. But yeah,
it
became
grew,
a mecha.
And yeah.
Essentially.
As you would. And it just...
And yeah, I don't want to say anything, though, because I do remember that.
Yeah, because
I don't know why this one of these, some episodes stick out more than others, and this one I remember what happens. But
I was like, but
yeah.
And then I saw the king, being taken hostage, ugh.
Yeah,
whatever.
People
just get another king.
Well, they cared for him. I mean, it was unwarranted considering he kind of betrayed them and threw them to the wolves and whatnot.
And made it cute.
That's true. All the worst of crimes, honestly.
I cannot believe they would do such a thing. Cube versus Zarkon next episode.
Well, they only have the small ones. They only have the small ones.
Yeah, but they can fuse them together. Zarkon doesn't have.
Yeah, the small one just divided into smaller ones. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying he can put the small ones together.
It'll still be the same small one he had before. It's split into smaller ones. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you forgot?
That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I prefer to have a slightly, the cube that we turned into, Brussels sprouts.
No. You see, look, you're not thinking about this stupid enough.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go on. Explain, please.
They will become a plague to Zarkon because he can't get rid of them, and all they do is just record his voice.
Stop that!
Yeah.
Stop that!
Yeah. So they're all saying it right. But
they're just zipping around his head everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But they're all gonna have to be lined up or somewhere so that they pick it up different times. They keep just bouncing off each other, so they just never shut up. And
I mean, you might just put it in a box and not actually attack it. So
it cuts to season 3. Zarkon. They finally go to face him
again.
Yeah, they just bloodshot eyes. He goes with this one of those little glass jars filled with all this
Well, there weren't that many. There were like 6, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, they're constantly like flying around, and he finally just like
cut them all.
Yeah, he still hasn't found like a lid or anything, and so he can't. He's like, do I fight the lion or?
What if you were to throw it in the sun? Would they absorb the sun or a star? I guess. Or would they just Would they just like duplicate its power, not necessarily absorb it? Would they just like duplicate its power and then just come out and like?
But what if they kept getting destroyed and like multiplying?
Well, it only multiplied because he cut them into pieces.
No,
not necessarily.
I know.
Or they cut them into pieces.
That'd be funny. Every time like they got destroyed or whatever, they would come back in like 2 or something. Like after thousands of years, they're just like these small atom-sized little things, but they all record your voice.
They're hive minds.
Yeah, exactly.
They just start taking over. Anyway,
Zarkon just like sitting there, just like, throws it in the sun, and they just absorb the sun, and it just goes away.
The sun does?
Yeah, they like absorb the sun.
Do they absorb it exactly, or do they just like?
I'm thinking
they learn it.
I think they absorbed it and learned it.
Because I mean,
or they're just invulnerable to anything besides trees.
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily attacking them; it was literally just enveloping them. So.
Well, yeah, but it's still. I'm just saying.
See, what are you gonna do when it learns the trees? Because when it learns the trees, it'll just keep spreading things.
Maybe that's why she shot it with like tree powder, and it tried to reciprocate the attack, and then a tree popped out.
No, well, I was gonna say something similar. Like, what if when it learns it, like the first thing like sprouts up and covers it, and it's like, I gotta do the same thing, and just covers itself again, and just more trees. So it's just like,
exactly.
Well, this didn't go as planned. I thought this is supposed to help me. Or I guess the thing would be copying with the beam that it shoots to create the trees or whatever it is. So I don't know if it would be. I don't think, but it would probably because it wasn't be able to get through the tree that's basically covering every inch of the thing. So, but yeah. Speaking of the beam, so that's Pidge's back cannon thing.
I like it.
That was really cool. You were saying Lance to do his plug-in thing, and I was gonna say something like, well, I mean, I know it was gonna happen, but then that might insinuate that I knew that Lance wasn't getting it, so that leaves only kind of one more.
Yeah.
Well, there's Shiro, but he doesn't have a Bayard, but still. Yeah. But yeah, so that was really cool. I don't know, it was kind of unexpected when I first saw it, but it was
That's the last thing I expected.
But
especially when it did.
Yeah, but the what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? The outcome of it was actually really helpful. Like what?
Tree wizards.
Yeah. They are kind of tech wizards, as Keith said they were.
I would because you were just like, well, I don't know if they're wizards, and I'm just like, I'm gonna hold out hope. And then the first thing we saw of them, they're wizards. I don't care what anyone says.
That's fair. Yeah, they might be tech wizards.
They could ruin the entire thing. Be like, no, they just had special gloves. No,
I don't think those were gloves.
Oh yeah, no, they were just their hands.
Yeah. There was like the small moment whenever Keith first grabbed their king, and Shiro and Lance were like, "Whoa, Keith, what's going on here?"
My guy.
It's kind of like Keith seems to be getting a little kind of aggressive, but they're not like, I don't know. I guess he's
taking charge a lot better.
Yeah, but it's also like, I guess, like his choice. What's his choice of action? Like taking his hostages essentially, and kind of putting his life in danger. I mean, he probably wouldn't have killed him, but just like the insinuation of it, just like, hold on now. No, I'm not saying, but just like Shiro and Lance were just like, whoa, hold up.
The question is, the person that was with the king, are they dead?
I don't know. I hope not. Because they didn't really... Did they? I don't think they brought him.
I don't think so either. I'm going to say that they did, and he just left.
Maybe. Or he went to stand with the rest of his compadres.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. And they did... Whenever the lions landed, they just kind of... It transitioned to him being on the ground, so he might have stepped with the rest
probably went to go get checked out at the hospital or whatever. So go see his family.
Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully he's fine. Poor guy was just like he's one of the few that knew like what the king was up to, and he was forced to service him. You know, he's cuffed and he had to bring him food probably and whatnot. And the king was probably I think like a soap opera or something.
Something with a dinosaur. I don't know what it is, but why aren't we reacting to that?
I haven't found it. I've scourged the internet for it. I don't know. I don't know what that would be about.
I don't want to know.
I don't think that.
I'm honest. She's like the dinosaurs before they get wiped out by a meteor. That's how the season ends.
Or that's why they were wiped out by a meteor. Someone saw it and was like, no, send down the meteor.
That's what turned Zarkon evil. He saw the show. He sent down the meteor? Yeah. He was like sitting there just like, oh, the dinosaurs are pretty cool. Well, I wonder what they're doing.
It's like, what is this?
Oh!
One thing that isn't like imperative to get to this episode or really to this, well, it might be the story later, I don't know. But as much time as Allura and Kran has spent with them, they have not taught the rest of them like the words of their language. Yeah, there's like the flingo flannel or whatever, and it's just like, huh? What?
You know.
Oh, boom! Self-destruct, initiate. I mean, that's not what happened, but it was just like there was an alert going on. I was like, no, not that. And they were all panicking, Allura and Kran included. And then Pidge just comes in. Ah, got it.
Of course. Well, I mean, she.
No, I'm not saying
the language.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything against Pidge. I'm just saying like they should have told Pidge to deal with it in the first place.
Yeah.
2, they really need to at least teach the language or at least some, important words to the rest of the people.
Especially in regards to
repairs.
Repairs, yeah.
You would think. Let me get. I mean, Hunk is a mechanic. And an engineer. So having him to help out would be beneficial.
No.
So
He's a guess.
I don't know. That was just something.
Snowball fight.
Oh yeah, that was really important. I mean, it kind of was in a sense. Yep. Like, it kind of brought them to the thing.
That brought the entire story.
But that looked like zero gravity snowball fight. I mean, I want to do that. That'd be really awesome. If that has to be the pinnacle of space travel, we have to get to that point. Like, I've never really wanted immortality, but this is a possibility.
It would be so I could scour outer space for a singular snowball.
You can't have a snowball fight with just one.
I'll
multiply it, make it the cube.
Yeah.
Oh god, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Cube fight. Oh, this is a question. I think you might.
Real quick, I will say I'm happy with Lance that his initial reaction to finding these strange orbs floating around his face is to throw it at one of your friends.
Yeah, that's true. And he has terrible aim.
This completely
unknown
goop
foreign object.
Yeah, he's like.
Here's Shiro and Keith. Is it Keith? I know Shiro for sure. He put up a shield.
Yeah.
And there's, alright guys, remember your training. What is unknown object space old thingy. And then all of a sudden he gets a pollen to the back of his head.
Yeah.
But I mean, I actually thought they were. That'd be really cool if they were just like goopy or not goopy, squishy meteorites. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. But what I was gonna say, I don't quite remember if you brought this up like way back, but the question that popped in the mind whenever they were doing sneaking in, why hasn't Pidge given the rest of the lions camouflage?
Because that's her special ability.
It's not
her thing.
I mean, they don't have.
Wasn't it because the camouflage ability was like super unstable or something at one point?
No, that was for
whatever.
No, what the rocket that she was gonna it was like in the earlier of season 1 they were going to use. She was gonna use the rocket or whatever to leave the Paladins to look for her family, and she tricked out the rocket. She gave it camouflage and she gave it like a nos essentially.
Yeah,
that was what was unstable. Okay. What the heck happened to your arm?
Oh,
your dog?
Cat.
A cat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Jesus, what the heck?
I was playing video games and Jacob decided to throw his cat on me.
Oh, you're right, Jacobs?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what was unstable, was the boost. But he implemented the camouflage because he what was it? What did he do exactly? Was it that originally had camouflage? Or was it something else in the the castle itself. I think it was the castle itself. Either way, she replicated the camouflage and implemented it into the lion. So if she can do that, why doesn't she do that with the other lions?
Look, man, I don't know, right?
That's
her thing.
It would be
no one else needs it.
It would be very beneficial if the other lions had camouflage.
Like what? What other lion would benefit from such
all of them?
Certainly
well, Lance wouldn't be able to because he would just crash into something. I don't know. Something would happen.
All right, think about it. If she gave
Hunk might crash.
Look, think about it. If she gave camouflage to
Shira
all the
would
other,
benefit from it.
If she gave camouflage to all the other ones, then that means when they form Voltron can
would
now
be
go invisible.
Exactly.
Which is a bad thing.
You know, it'd be funny though. Like I didn't.
I wanted to put the invisibility on while Voltron is just missing an arm.
Yeah, it just looks like what? And then he goes. You see someone do this, and like, it's a no, and then
it's just like
he just clocks. Like, what? What's that?
Isn't that because isn't that the arm that holds a sword?
It could be that or the red one. I think it's because Keith is the one that has the sword.
And Pidge is the one that's holding the shield. I believe.
Yeah. So you see a shield floating up in nowhere. We kind of already mentioned them, but now we have, apart from we haven't met them yet, but what's it, Marmoras? Yeah, the Marmoras, we haven't found them yet, but we know of them. You know that.
I wonder why Keith's hiding the blade.
I can remember. Well, he's not sure either because he was asking questions. He was asking Karan about possible goblins being on Earth.
Yeah.
So maybe he's wondering about if there's hidden blades or Marmoras on Earth, trying to protect Earth, or I don't know, or he said
but I mean, I wonder why he's hiding
it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Allura isn't hiding her hatred for the Galras, so I don't think he would care to, feel her judgment constantly. I don't know why. I don't know, dude. I couldn't say, but
no.
I don't know. Maybe he's just not. I mean, he's not sure about the blade, because, well, I think he's pretty sure about the Marmoras being, allies, and it's just the thing with the lore is kind of probably getting in the way. But
unless the only thing I can think of is unless someone he knew gave him that blade, and now he's wondering if that person
was bad or good,
or whether he could have trusted that or
okay,
because if there's someone on Earth, then he brought it before everyone, then they'd be like, oh, Earth.
That's possible.
Especially if these blade dudes so happen to
because he was also asking about. Sorry, he was also asking about the blue lion being on Earth before.
It's true.
So
he did ask that.
He's wondering about the
original blue paladin. He was like, "Yo, check out this sick knife, and also this lion." But he's already
They didn't know about the lion.
Yeah, I know. But
he's like,
so
"What is this signal?"
Yeah, the Keith just grabbed the knife, like, "Oh, sick," and left, and dude's like, "What? This lion?"
He's like, "Well, I mean, it wasn't meant for him anyway." But as I was saying, we know we have allies in Galras somewhere out there, but now we have the Alkari, which are tech wizards, almost little tech wizards. So we're kind of building a small army because I don't know how many. I don't remember if I've seen them, but I don't know how many are in the Blade of Marmora. So I don't know how big that resistance is, but we have the Alkari, which there's a pretty decent population there.
Yeah.
And then they have a forest basically world, so that could be very destructive. I wonder they could. Oh, it'd be cool is they can recruit. Obviously go to other planets, relieve them of the Galra control. Then the Alkari can make those headband things and give it to a bunch of other planets, and they can just build a bunch of mech plant things. It'd be great.
Perfect plan.
It'd be awesome. Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Voltron. Hope you enjoyed it.
Comment and subscribe.
If you want to check out the rest of our content, go and click the bubble right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever those videos go up, go and click the bell icon down below, or just follow us on Twitter, link to that in the description down below as well.
Q&As for our
live sessions.
I don't know. Whatever the crap you say.
Again, guys, thank you for joining us this week, and I hope to see you next time.
Goodbye.